Hi, my name is Sarah Pine, and this is my video blog for the week. This week we are discussing cultural humility, cultural awareness, advocacy, and social justice. I think as a counselor, it is our job to be advocates for those who we are helping. Even if that means pointing things out to them that they might not want to hear, like discrepancies in their life and whatnot. It's just our job to advocate for their best interests at heart. In the MSJCC, a counselor's self-awareness will help them be a better advocate for their client. And I think that is something that before I even took this course, I wasn't really aware of. I think a lot of times when you think of your professional life and your personal life, you separate the two. But in reality, as a counselor, your personal life can leak through and it could affect your counseling and your clientele in a negative way if you don't check yourself. So I think it's really important to check yourself and to develop a really good professional identity around being self-aware about your own beliefs. The Bible verse that I found for this week is trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not unto thine own understanding, which is Proverbs 3:5. I really find this helpful when thinking about not being ethnocentric in my counseling, really not leaning into what I know as a person and what I've experienced, but hearing the people that I'm trying to help with their experiences and just trying to go from more of like a blank slate than making assumptions about things based on my experience or what I think I know about what they're experiencing. An action that I'm going to be taking in my own personal life to be more humble in my counseling experience is, like I said, just really keeping that open mind and checking myself even before I respond to somebody who might come from a very different background with me. Once they share something, I don't want to maybe go with my knee-jerk reaction. I probably want to think about it for a second so I can respond thoughtfully and mindfully. The last question is about how would you engage or advocate in social justice for your client population. I believe I want to work with teenagers and young adults, men or women, and I think just advocating for their mental health and for their health in general would be very helpful. I know as a young woman in just going into a doctor's office, or, you know, as a kid, as a teenager going into a doctor's office, when you say something, it might not be taken seriously. It might be kind of met with like oh, you don't even know what you're feeling, you're just being dramatic, or things along those lines when you're not being heard. And I know I've heard stories from friends and I've experienced things in the not only like the mental health field, but the health field in general, where people have not been taken seriously and things have actually been very wrong. And the last thing I want to talk about today is a study I actually found, and it's about what people seek in counselors. And in a survey taken from 287 undergrads, it was found that somebody would rather have an accepting counselor than a counselor with a bunch of letters before or after their name. So that's something that was really eye-opening to me, because, you know, when you are looking for somebody to get a job done, you're looking for those certifications. But knowing that somebody's going to accept you for what you say over those certifications is just something I want to keep in mind in my counseling. To know, even though I have this degree or I'm getting this degree and I am certified and whatnot, knowing that I'll be accepting will really help me in my practice. So that's all I have for y'all today. Thanks so much for listening.